Jed Marley made this LinkedIn post talking about the 3 things that you should be doing anytime a lead is out of office. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to automate all of that at scale using this automation right here, along with this clay table that you can both copy and paste from this website right here for free. No opt-in required, no nothing. When you visit this website, you can go to this link. There's going to be links of the clay tables and simply copy them to your workspace. Now, let me get into the use case here and how this works. So anytime a lead responds, when we follow what he talks about in step 1, we're attempting to find referrals. And so in this one, as you can see, we're not being referred to anyone. However, in this one, Amy is telling us that we should be contacting her colleague, Linton, right? And so this clay table is helping us do that automatically. And so what this clay table does is it analyzes the content of that email and it attempts to find the person's full name, the person's email address, their job title, and their phone number. Actually, no, the phone number is of the responder. As you can see in step 3, we can use the out of office messages to grab the mobile numbers of the responders. And so that's what the final step here, the bullet 4, that's what that's doing. But let's do a quick test. Let me show you how this automation would work in action. And so we're looking at Amy. When I go ahead and mark this as out of office, it's going to run a webhook. And by the way, Smart Lead allows you to automate that. So I didn't even have to actually click on that. It just happened. And as you can see, one new lead is added. The AI is queuing, and we've found that's a hard name, Linton. We found Linton's full name, we found his email address, and the other 2 steps were not found. But that's okay, right? All we needed was who we're being referred to. Now, from there, you can do basically anything. I'm going to share one of the use cases, but if you know of Clay, you know that it's super, super powerful. They have over 50 data providers, and you can use this information, this email address, to find anything, right? But let me just show you one simple use case. And so what we're doing is grabbing a JSON file of all of the information that we were able to find on Amy and on Linton. You can customize this to your liking, but then we take this JSON file and then we send it to a separate make automation. This would be built in a similar fashion. We're building a webhook, and then that webhook is going to be grabbing the JSON files. As you can see, it grabs all the JSON files. And then from there, we can use the Smart Lead API to reply directly to this thread. And so if we look back on step 2, he talks about responding to those out of office emails. What you can do is you can respond to Amy and Linton simultaneously. So you can CC Linton in this email thread and simply say, hey, Linton, just saw the email from Amy and figured I'd reach out because of whatever. But it's all being done automatically. And that's what another automation can do. But because the use cases are going to be so broad for everybody else, I don't have anything to show you guys. But if you want to see that, just hit me up. I'll be super happy to help you out. Now, let's get into some of the bonuses with this automation. This one right here is helping you enrich a mobile number. And so anytime you want to notify your clients, for example, this is an example notification where you send the email, the company name, but you also want to include the mobile number, the social media following, anything else. You would use Clay for this. And so normally, I do not recommend that you build all of these different automations in one table. So I would probably just create different automations for these different things. But we're sending all of that information into this clay table right here. And what we're attempting to do is we're attempting to find, actually, first things first, we're normalizing all of the information, the domain, the company name. and we're attempting to find the person's LinkedIn profile if it's not already provided. And the cool thing with Clay is that you can use many different providers. So some providers are going to have the information, some others are not going to have that. And so we find their LinkedIn profile and we display it here. From there, we attempt to find the mobile number of that individual, and then we use the JSON file again. We send it to a separate automation, step 2, and from there, we're going to be notifying the client. How you can notify your client, by the way, if you wanted to just use these free automations, in this one here, we have a notification for client comms. And so you can notify them via Slack, Gmail, whatever. There's all the instructions that you can follow, copy, paste, like I said. That's one of the use cases, but there's an insane amount of things that you can do with this simple methodology. So whenever you use Smart Lead, you can get notified via the webhook on email sent, first email sent, email open, all of these different things. And with each of these different things, you can use the power of Make and Clay to add further enrichment to each of those contacts. So instead of notifying your clients, so this one is in a situation where the lead category is updated to interested, information requests, closed won, whatever, and we want to notify the client of that information. However, what if you want to notify the client anytime a first email is sent, and instead of notifying them like, hey, new lead here, you want them to actually pick up the phone and call that individual and be like, hey, I just sent you an email, figured I'd reach out on the phone as well. That's one of the use cases. What if a lead opens the email and you want to do something else? You can automate all of that, and you can use Clay to enrich all of those contacts automatically. And so that is the video. If you guys want to see anything in particular with Clay, with Smart Lead, with Make, let me know. Super happy to help with those type of things. Cheers!